The Life of Chuck, 2024. I thought this was an amazing film. Really loved it. It stars Tom Hiddleston as Charles Chuck Krantz, known throughout the film usually as Chuck. Then there's a younger Chuck played by Jacob Tremblay. He plays 17-year-old Chuck. And then there's Benjamin Pajak playing 11-year-old Chuck, and Cody Flanagan playing 7-year-old Chuck. And I guess that's it. As someone grows up, you, especially, during childhood, I suppose they need several actors to cover their age for him to be believable. And I thought he was. I thought they all did a great job. Jacob Tremblay, I remember from Room some years ago. Need to review that sometime. This film is split into 3 parts, and for the first episode, first part, we don't really know who Chuck is, but it's all about "Thank you, Chuck." I mean, the message that appears throughout this segment of the film is about gratitude towards him, and yet a lot of people don't know who he is. I mean, he appears on PBS, and all sorts of places, and windows, and on posters, just about everywhere. There's messages, um, you know, like a meme, like an internet meme. I think someone describes it as that. There's Chiwetel Ejiofor, who plays Marty Anderson, a high school teacher, and the film opens with him and Karen Gillan, who plays Felicia Gordon, um, a nurse who is Marty's ex-wife. And the first part of the film is Marty and Felicia, and other people, but they're like the key characters. And we don't know about Chuck at this point, apart from he seems to have nationwide fame, maybe international fame. There's certainly people writing messages in the sky. Thank you, Chuck. And reminds me of COVID. It's like, thank you, NHS. Thank you for your services to key workers. We had that message going out during the first lockdown in particular, just practicing gratitude, which was such a good thing to do. But we ought to do it all of the time. But, and I do that, but that's thanks to tuning into Miles Dyer's live show each week, because he has a VITG gratitude segment in this show. But thank you, Chuck. That's the first segment. The second segment is Buskers. Oh, wow, this is quite amazing as well. Oh, I thought this whole film was amazing, but this it does star Chuck. We get to meet him this time, and he's working as an accountant, and he's on a business trip, and he just meets people. Um, he's out lunch break. He doesn't want to associate with the 70 other accountants during this lunch break, so he's gone for a walk in the town centre, I guess, and he comes across a busker, and there's, gosh, uh, there's oh, Annalise Basso, who plays Janice Halliday. There's Miss Richards, teacher. Oh yeah, there are quite a few actors. I won't say them all, but there was one. I think because of the order I didn't go down the list long enough, but there's a busker who is in this town centre. She's not getting much money, but then when Chuck comes along, he decides to do a really nifty dance, and I thought, oh, he reminded me of an old boss of mine, um, Oliver. I thought he was great, but I mean, I don't know if he's a good dancer, but I just thought, wow, I just thought, what charisma, what great guy, without really knowing much about him. But then when he starts dancing, I just thought, wow, maybe that's why he became an internet meme and became famous. But no one had phones, cell phones when he was dancing. Um, it was about 9 months before the other scene, and then oh, there's, uh, a young woman who's heartbroken, but he asks her to dance, and she does, and they're really good together, and the audience whistle and whoop, and it's amazing. And then we get to see the, part 3, act 3, there's, the first segment, which brings everything together. We understand the story a lot more from this. It's like the backstory of young Chuck, who was living with his parents, but being babysat by his grandparents when something happens, but he now, I'm not gonna go into details about it. There's a lot of drama, a lot of awful things happen. There's a lot of loss, a lot of tragedy. I mean, there's some trigger warning stuff. There's a whole segment actually in the first part where a lot of people are taking their own lives, stuff like that. So there's a lot of uh, challenges and stuff, and people quite upset about things. And then there's this distraction, and mm, no, I don't want to say too much about. There's just so much, but it really makes you think about life. And I was actually thinking quite a bit about films like Benjamin Button, Curious Case of Benjamin Button, perhaps because of the narrative. But there's other films as well, The Age of Adeline, but it doesn't have the structure of those films, and it isn't about time travel as such. It's about um, a man who's given 39 years of service, and then at some point it says that he is 39. Now, I just thought, no, it seems like he's got beyond that. So there's some bits of confusion. So it's almost like there's two um, lines of life that are going on, but there isn't. And the early part, when he's like taught to dance by his grandma, and that is so life affirming. I love it. I just thought she had so much life. She's like in grief early on. There's she just suddenly springs to life when she realizes that she can teach young Chuck some dancing, a new skill, and he takes it to school, and he's like awesome. He dances with a slightly older girl. I think he's seventh grade, sixth grade, something, and he danced with the eighth grade, I guess, middle school, like early high school in our system here. And um, the dancing, I just like films with dancing a lot, and just seeing it. I mean, it is pretty cis heteronormative, but it's still wonderful to watch the dancing and to just get captured by it all. And um, it does speak to you about a lot about life, and that's why I really liked it. I like the structure of the film. I like the messages. I thought a lot about the gratitude and about how, um, you know, it, it, it just is a film that I feel um, I'm going to score 9.5 out of 10. So really, really good score. It's a film I'd love to see again. Just just like one of those films of human interest that really appeals a huge amount to me. Some drama, some romance, some other stuff, you know. I mean, no, I won't say what the other stuff is, but you can find out. So 9.5, let me know what you think. Thanks for watching. Please leave your comments. Thanks for subscribing. Please hit the notification button. Hope to see you again soon. Bye for now.